It's going very well, Lucy. I have to admit, I'm just doing one leg of this cycle ride. I've cycled from Derby to Nottingham, and we're now at Paddle UK. The rest of the cyclists, including the man right next to me, Chris Boardman, are doing a much more impressive expedition all the way to Paris, just in time for the Games. I'm also joined by Dr. Sasha Woods, who I'll be talking to in a little bit about the quality of the water behind me. But first, Chris, hello.
Good afternoon.
Can I ask you, you had a tricky bit of weather on day one. How has day two of your expedition been?
We like to think of it as topical weather. So we started off in Manchester, the home of cycling, the most ecological friendly form of transport there is, and we thought what better way to get ourselves to Paris that will be the most sustainable Games of all time, and also a city that's transforming itself 10 years on from when the Paris Climate Accord was signed there. So it all kind of went together, and we thought we'd make this trip. Day one was climate change in action, really. We were watching the flooding. We went over the top. We actually stopped to meet the British Mountaineering Council, who are planting moss, and they've reclaimed peatland. That's great. So we're collecting those positive stories as we go. And now we've wended our way towards Home Pier Point here.
Yes, so exactly. Can you tell me where we are right now and what it is you've been talking to people about here?
Well, we've come to see Paddle UK, who've been doing some amazing work actually with getting volunteers to clean up waterways. So last year, 2,600 people gathered 1,600 massive sacks of rubbish, and now they've gone up to 4,000 volunteers to help them do it all. So people want to join in if you give them a way to do it. And that's the kind of thing that we're visiting en route to show that this is doable if we do it together. And we're stopping and speaking to people and signposting where you can go to get more information if you want to join in. And we're getting people to sign the Going for Green pledge, which is essentially a commitment to say this is what we will do. And in return, we are rewarding them a medal. Now, when we came up with this, we thought,
beautiful.
Okay, this could be really bad if it's a little plastic medal. But this one is made of compostable material full of wildflowers.
Amazing.
So wildflower seeds. So even if you threw it away, there is a nature net gain. I thought that was quite cool.
That was beautiful. It follows the theme. I'm just going to bring in Dr. Sasha Woods for a moment. Sasha, can I ask, I saw within the last hour, were taking a little test of the water. There was heavy rain yesterday. Can I ask, what did you find about the waterway behind us?
Yeah, so we were testing for nitrates and phosphates. That's two nutrients that come from agricultural runoff and also sewage treatment, and they cause a process called eutrophication, which is high levels of algae, high levels of bacteria, and low levels of oxygen, killing plants and animals. And we found that this water here has low levels of nitrates and moderate levels of phosphates, so moderate water quality.
So that's quite good news for this specific bit of water.
Yeah.
What is the picture nationally, can I ask?
Yeah, so we conducted our Great UK Water Blitz, where 2,500 people went out and collected data about the quality of their water, and we found that 75% of freshwater sites have poor water quality.
And we've got about 30 seconds left, Chris. I just want to ask, you've got lots of things coming up for the rest of the journey. What are the highlights you're looking forward to?
Well, more visits like this every day. Loughborough tonight to speak to some people involved in sport and climate. I think I'm meeting Seb Coe tonight, and then we'll be moving our way through London down to South Coast in the last 2 days in France. So we've got just under 500 miles left to go.
And have you got high expectations that Paris will be able to deliver in terms of sustainability?
You already know, because they've had to do it in advance. So the housing that they're building will be sold on to to normal residential occupancy. Everything that's in the athlete villages, they've got beds made of cardboard. We know that the work that's going on the Seine, 1.4 billion has been spent on that, and it's still touch and go whether it's going to be good enough for the triathlon event, which in itself highlights the problem. So Paris has already made great strides, and Paris itself, there is now more bike journeys than there are car journeys, so they're in quite a good place.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're feeling confident. Thank you so much, Sasha, for joining us. Best of luck for the rest of the cycle. I'll be following you in your wake, many miles behind probably. And that is all from us.
Tom, thank you. Thank you so much. Really valuable messages coming out there about sustainability leading up to the Paris Olympics. Good to have you with us here on BBC News Now. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.